Hello students, this is Mrs. Straight and I'm going to add 76 plus 47. One thing I want you to notice is how I've lined up my place values. And as I do my place value drawing today, notice how I set my hundreds, tens, and ones up to look like I have a place value mat drawn. I'm going to start by modeling 76 and 47 with place value blocks. And we know when we add, we have to model both numbers because we're joining them together. So I'm going to start with 7 tens and 6 ones for 76. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put it in the middle because the tens are in the middle, just in case I have hundreds. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now I need 2 more, so I'm going to make a 5 group, and then I'm going to scoot over and do 60, 70. Now I'm going to do my 6 ones, and I'm going to make sure I space them out in case I have to regroup. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to bring the other one down like a 10 frame. Now I'm going to do the 47 the same way. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I have 7 ones. So I'm going to come right underneath the ones, almost as if I had place value mat right here. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I need to start adding. There's 2 ways to do it. I can count the dots and use my model first, or I can use my equation and then check with my model. I think I'm going to do that because I'm going to try to start to really think and see the place value inside these numbers while I'm adding them with my standard method, which is this is the standard equation like we're writing here. So I have 6 plus 7. Well, I know that 6 plus 6 is 12, so 6 plus 7 has to be 1 more. It has to be 13. I'm going to check that. I know this is 6. Now I'm going to count on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes! Well, I know that inside of 13 is a 10. 13 is 10 plus 3 more. So I have to take this 6 plus 3 or 4 more down here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm just going to take my pen and I'm going to group together these 10 ones. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to make a brand new 10. I'm going to draw a little arrow and write my new 10 right underneath in my tens column. Now I'm going to cross these off because once I group them together to make a new 10, they're gone. Let's see what that looks like in our equation. So I had 13, and I have 1 new 10 that I made here in red. Now I need to go and say, how many do I have left over? Well, I have this one here. I have to be careful. I don't forget it. I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 left over. Remember, I had 13. And if you look real close, you can almost see the 13. There's the 10, and there's the 3 of the 13. Now I'm going to add my tens place. And I have a little trick. I like to make sure I group this 7 and 1 together in my brain. So I'm going to say 7, count on 1 more. That's going to be 8. Now I'm going to put that number in my head. I have 8 here. And I need to add 4. So I can count on if I don't know what 8 plus 4 is. I can say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Or I can count my 10 sticks. So we think it's 12, and I'm going to go check. Remember, inside of 12, this is 12 tens, because I'm in the tens place, I have 10 tens. And we've counted 10 tens enough to know 10 tens makes 100. If you're not sure, pause the video and count it out, 10 for each finger, and see if you get to 100 when you have 10 tens or 10 fingers up. All right, let's count it. We know this is 7. It was a 5 group plus 2 is 7. Let's count on. 8, 9, 10 tens. Let's do it by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There is my 100. And I'm going to be real careful to come right in here and group together my 10 tens. When we group them together, they go together to make one of the larger place value. And we know hundreds are larger than tens. So I'm going to change my pen color and I'm going to make my new 100 over where the hundreds belong on this side of the tens. And if it helps you to write 100 in there, you can. Just to remind yourself, there's 100 ones or 10 tens inside of that 100. Now remember, once I group them together to make one of this larger place value, I need to cross them off. That reminds me that they're gone. They're not gone, but I grouped them together. Now on my model, remember what happens. We make a new 100 and it can't go here because that's my tens place. The hundreds, it's always ones, tens, hundreds. All right, so I'm going to put my 1 here. And I can't forget, I have 2 tens here. Don't forget this 10 over here. So I have 1, 2 left over. So now I need to put the 2 tens I have here. And if you look really closely, you can see the 12, there's the 10 tens, and then the 2 tens that made up the 12 tens. Now my last step is to add my hundreds. I only have one 100. That's very clear to see in my model. So I'm going to add the 1, and I didn't have any hundreds here or here. So the answer is 123. The sum of 76 plus 47 is 123. Have fun today while you're doing your addition and regrouping.